actually hardly any trick-or-treaters last year. And the year before, we had so many we ran out of sweets.
The year before, I knocked on your door.
You did not?
I did. I got all my big witches out.
Did I answer?
No. I think you'd run out of treats.
That was the year we did that. Hello, I'm Julie.
And I'm Wendy.
And together we are
The Crafty Beggars.
And today we're going to be making a Halloween book pumpkin out of an old book.
Out of an old book, it's as simple as that.
Yep.
So you will need
an old book. We can use paperbacks or hardbacks. This, I'm just going to move that out of the way because it's rather large, is actually an atlas. Do you still go by this is the Master Atlas of Greater London, nicked from my husband.
Wow. Makes a good pumpkin.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll need the book.
You will need a book. You will need a template to cut round and shape like an ear.
Yeah, mine's smaller because I've got a smaller book to deal with.
Exactly. You will need good old trusty glue. This is our favourite tonic available from the website. We love this glue.
You will need a scalpel, sharp scalpel.
Or, if it's your preference, you can actually do it with scissors.
Yeah.
And I like scissors, and they're also probably safer if you're doing this project with children.
You will need a little bit of orange paint.
Yep, and a brush, of course, and some twigs. These are just picked from outside the studio.
Freshly picked.
Freshly, look at the lichen on that.
I know.
Right.
So, the thing to do first is take off completely the cover of the book. So, it could have been a hardback book, whatever. You only want to be left with the actual pages.
And do it very carefully because you need your spine.
Come on, straight away.
You need your spine intact. Sorry, South Beach Diet, I never did do you. It was never a success. So I'm taking a bit more time here.
These are your books. Did you ever try reading the Vitamin Bible?
When I have got about 46,000 diet books, and I don't think I've probably read about 3.
We've got a lot of pumpkins to make then. Okie doke. So you've got your
I'm just going to tear that off.
Book here with the glue still on the spine.
Yep.
You said, Jules, that's really important.
Yeah. Your
ear goes on like that.
That.
Right, like that.
Yeah. Like that. Now you're going to.
I'm going to use a scalpel
because you like your scalpel.
I do.
Not that I don't like my scalpel; it's very good. But I'm just going to, for this, draw around mine because I'm going to try scissors.
No.
Scissors are slower because with a scalpel you can go through a few pages at a time.
The whole thing is quite a long-winded process, though. So don't try and cut through too many pages at once. This is the long bit. You just got to be a little bit patient. It's going to be quite laborious, but you can see the principle of what we're doing.
Yeah.
So you see how that comes here? And of course you want to get rid of this bit. So you can see the pumpkin forming.
Yes, it's very early stages,
Very early stages.
But you can see.
We've got a way to go, Jules.
Way to go, Wend. Scissors are definitely longer-winded. Actually, scissors are becoming harder the more you get into the book.
Well, you might want to change to the scalpel.
I might actually jump ship and go scalpel.
Yes, and you'd come round to the dark side eventually.
You're talking of the dark side, Wend. Witches, actually the word witch, which is Wicca, Old English Wicca, W-I-C-C-E, I think, meant a wise woman, yes. Oh. And witches used to hold 1 or 2 meetings, and it was believed that they held them, one of the dates they held them on yearly was Halloween.
Really?
Yeah, and they were considered very wise people. You know.
But then they had a really bad time at one point, because if you were considered to be a witch, you know that they call it the dunking stool.
Yeah, exactly. The Crucible. Arthur Miller's play, The Crucible.
And if you were innocent, if you drowned, you were innocent, but of course you were dead anyway. And if you, and then if you came back up,
you were a witch.
And then they killed you.
Yeah, so it's lose-lose.
I wouldn't have liked to have been a witch back in those days. I would
not like to have been a witch back in those days. Okay, now if your book is quite thick, as mine is, mine's a bit thicker than yours, quite a lot thicker than yours, Wendy.
Oh.
I am actually going to do that and start again as though I'm at the beginning.
Are you slightly jealous because I'm
just
finished?
a tad. You've finished?
Yes. Go on, but I'll wait.
Show off.
I'll wait.
Yeah! You cut my template, Wend, which is very, very nice of you, but I'm beginning to think you've given me a bit of a pointed bottom. I'm worried how this here...
I wanted to reflect the owner.
Yes. Do you know, I did have a pointed bum when I was a kid. Yeah. I actually, literally, as a baby, my pointed bottom was quite significant.
Quite legendary.
It was. There we go. So I'm going to just continue like this as quick as possible.
About blooming time.
So rude. You are so rude. Oh.
I like your nails, by the way.
Thank you very much. Oh dear.
I forgot to polish mine.
I'm down to. I might need your scalpel.
Oh,
Oh no, it's just because I'm down to that. No, I haven't blunted it.
No, you
it's
can.
because I'm
You can
down to
suddenly
the.
feel
Yeah,
the mat.
you can
below,
exactly.
which
It's
is
like
rather satisfying.
yes, it is. It's I'm there.
You're there,
I feel like a
Jules.
climber coming to the top of the mountain.
Now, you will end up with something that looks pretty much exactly like this. Still like a book, but in the shape of an ear. So, while all these pages are still tightly packed together, this is a good time to put the orange colour on here. So, we've taken some just some ordinary orange acrylic paint, watered it down slightly because you only need a bit of thin colour really on it, don't you?
And you can use
just meant to
just tinge the edges.
Tinge it.
Just
So it actually doesn't matter if it sort of bleeds
No.
into the pages.
In fact, it's quite nice if it does. And poster paint, kids poster paint any old
That
orange
works.
paint.
Any orange paint will work.
Yeah.
In fact, wonder if we've done this a little too watery. I'm not sure, but let's see.
We've
No. This is looking
Nice.
good. This is looking good, Jules.
Yes, I'm still.
Now, we don't want all these to dry all glued together, so
Yep.
just start giving it a little bit of a...
Can I use your brush, darling?
Oh, go on then. Little bit of a fan out, like that. After that, of course, you can see what you really need to do then is get the front of the book to the back of the book, and you can see it's starting to fan out. And I think I'm going to glue
Yep.
the front and the back
Okay.
together. So to take the last page and the first page, dab a bit of this here glue on.
You can use. You can hot glue if you prefer it.
Yeah.
You can use sort of this lovely tonic glue that we're very fond of
Like
because
a
it's
PVA.
so strong. A PVA,
Yeah.
whatever really. It doesn't actually matter as long as it's
As long
strong.
as it's glued. Do you pass me over one of those lovely twigs?
No.
Oh, go on.
My big book's a bit bigger, so I suppose I
Oh,
should have the
you'd
big.
have
No,
the
I'm drawn
biggest
to the.
one.
No, I'm drawn to that
Just give
medium
me
twig.
any old twig.
There you go. You
Thank
can choice
you.
of two.
Yeah.
Now, Wendy, you finished a bit early, so you've glued your twig in, which you should do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pop mine in, and I will glue it in a sec. But there's the finished effect.
I think it looks
Yeah.
great. I really do. And you've got a view about the
Well,
different weights of paper, haven't
Yeah,
you?
I think it's better. This is actually quite porous, quite low rent paper. Excuse me. I think that if you use a book with a higher density, a thicker paper, it actually dries more quickly, more crisply, and I think the overall effect is better.
But I do like the fact that all these will come out completely different. It
Yeah.
depends on the thickness of your book,
Yeah.
how much orange paint you put on. You know, it might be a wispy pumpkin, it might be a nice big fat dense pumpkin, but I think if you put a nice display of them,
Yeah,
you know, I think they look really, really good.
yeah.
So what should we do next?
Next, when the nights are drawing in, obviously winter well on its way, so we need light. We're going to make Halloween candle holders.
Excellent. See you then.
See you soon.